野菜 No, 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 no 僕らは永遠なんていらない最高の今がある Oh, 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 oh 野菜 No, 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 no 僕らは後悔なんて恐れない最強の未来つかめ Oh, 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 oh.
How do you get out of silver? How do you get out of gold? I'm here to tell you one main factor to why you're losing games. It might surprise you, but oh my god, Yasuo and Zed are not broken. They are in fact contributing to your losses. If you have them on your team, you have to be careful and mind your picks very carefully. Now let's queue up for a game so I can show you exactly what I mean. For silver and gold are the utmost breeding spots for Yasuo and Zed players. Let's get into the game. Oh no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No. No!
Hello darkness my old friend.
Well, since I can't queue for a while, let's talk about team comps. You want 2 tanks, you want 1 AP carry, an ADC of course, and you want some kind of extra AP, because you need more than just 1 AP if that person gets shut down. Very simple logic. Based on that, what is the perfect team comp? Well, it really depends on how you feel and the situation, but it's most definitely not going full AD. One example would be Sion top, Amumu or Maokai jungle, Jinx ADC, Sona support, and Ori mid. There we have 2 tanks in Sion and Amumu/Maokai. We have our ADC, we have our support, which deals a little bit of AP damage, and we have our AP carry. Perfect comp, no holes. It all depends on engagements. You're in a good position to win games if you have a comp that looks at least a little bit like this. But Jogeta, I'm a Zed one-trick pony. I need to play my Zed. I can't carry as Nari.
Bitch, shut up!
Well, that's where you're wrong. If you pick a Zed or a Yasuo, you're adding another AD to your team. And the problem with that is if you're full AD, which you are risking with those picks, the enemy can just go armor. And armor counters AD. Brr. We'll go more into depth about that later. Now let's talk about lethality. Who gets lethality? Well, Kha'Zix, Rengar, Quinn, Shaka, Wukong, Zed, Talon, Jace, Riven, Nocturne, Pantheon, and Lee are prime examples. Why do these guys get lethality? That is because almost 100% of their damage comes from the physical aspect. As you may know, there is AP damage, also called magic damage, AD damage, which is like hitting someone, yeah, that's the thing that lethality works on. You also have true damage, which cannot be negated by armor or magic resist. And lastly, there's percentage damage. These characters do not have true damage, magic damage, or percentage damage. And that is why lethality works on them. For lethality works only on AD damage. But Jogeta, what if I want to get it on Fiora or Camille? Well, Fiora and Camille have true and percentage damage, which do not benefit from lethality. The issue there is that lethality is more of a wasted stat because it doesn't benefit the entirety of your damage output, unlike the other characters. What is lethality? Well, lethality makes your attacks deal damage as if your opponent had that much less armor, making you even the more lethal against characters who don't have any armor. Armor can go below 0, therefore increasing your damage even further. However, against an opponent who does have armor, lethality becomes more and more obsolete. So lethality loses power as the game progresses. if the opponents know what to build. Now, I did some testing with Zed's auto attack in his queue against various kinds of armor within reason, and his lethality item and the Lost Whisper, and what you'll find is that those items, the Lost Whisper and Black Cleaver, are not a solution to the full AD team debacle. Now, to make it fair, we take the base damage of Yomi's Ghostblade, which is 55, and we take that out of the equation. We're only testing the lethality of the item. Since that's 55, I have decided to take a pickaxe and 3 longswords for the first test against a Diana with 0 items. Now in the first test, Zed's Q does 98 damage and his auto attack deals 90, which averages out at 94. Now in the second test, all we're changing is that he gets lethality. You'll see his Q deals 108 damage and his auto attack deals 98 damage. That is an average of 103, or an increase in 9 on average.
But Jogeta, that's what I've been trying to tell you. Lethality is good. It's the best item ever.
Well, just wait till we get further. For the next test, we'll be testing it when Diana gets armor. Now, the most logical item for a Diana to get in lane against the Zed would be Sonya's Hourglass. As you see in the test following, Zed's Q deals 78 damage, significantly less, and his auto attacks deal 71, an average of 74. That is a decrease of 27 on average. A massive nerf. That one item has removed a quarter of your damage. But why stop there? If you're against a full AD team, you might as well get more armor, right? Sorcerer's boots only add a little bit of damage anyway. Might as well get Ninja Tubby. As you see, with Ninja Tubby, Zed with Ghostblade deals 70 damage with his Q and 56 with his auto attack. That's an average of 63, 11 less than with just the Sonyas. You have reduced his damage by 1/3, and if you're against full AD, 1/3 of the entire enemy team's damage has been removed. Now, in the next test, I want it to be a bit more abstract. I am a Diana main, and if I'm against full AD, I often go this route. In addition to Sonya and Tabi, I get an Iceborne Gauntlet. Now, as you see, with 3 armor items, Zed deals 51 damage with his Q and 41 with his auto attack. An average of 46, which is less than half of his initial damage when you didn't have armor and he had lethality. You have removed half of the enemy team from your health bar, assuming they're full AD. Well done. You just won League of Legends.
But Jogeta, what about Lost Whisper? With Lost Whisper I can remove a lot of armor.
Well, yes, you are correct. Lost Whisper is an anti-tank item, but it doesn't solve your problems if you're on a full AD team. If everyone on the enemy team gets armor, you're screwed, no matter what you do. No item can save you. As you see on the Lost Whisper test, which is also the last test, he deals 63 damage with his Q and 50 with his auto attack. An average of 56. Yes, having Lost Whisper instead of the Ghostblade has yielded you better results. Against the Sonya Tabi Iceborne Diana, you deal 10 more damage on average. 10 more. However, it's still half of what you did to begin with. You remove 35% armor, but you're still doing half damage. Now that we can agree that full AD teams are bad and lethality is also bad, let me tell you how you can handle it if you see a mid laner pick Zed, Yasuo, or Talon, or any other lethality or AD champion. As top, you can pick a tank, which you normally would, or you could pick an AP. That way your team will have AP. Alternatively, you can ban their pick. If you're a mid laner, just pick AP. There's no problem. Really, you're the AP now. If you're a support, ask your team to go tank and pick an AP, preferably Brand. Alternatively, ban the mid's pick. If you're an ADC, you have to ban it. You can't go AP if you're the ADC. You can't go tank if you're the ADC. ADC is the worst role to be in if you're playing in silver and gold. If you're playing in the jungle, options are very much available. There are many good AP junglers, also many good tanks. If your team needs a tank, pick the tank and ban his pick. If your team needs AP, just go with the AP, assuming the tank slots are full. You need 2 tanks to have the perfect team. Yes, I am aware that banning people's picks is a big move, but it is necessary if you want to climb. You'll be stuck in silver and gold for a very long time if you do not avoid full AD teams at all costs. It is the primary reason I have lost. I have to ban the picks. My win rate skyrocketed the instant I started banning the AD mid picks. And I'm playing ADC right now. Now naturally you run the risk of them trolling you. If you ban a Yasuo mid's character, you ban his pick, he might go Soraka mid. The sad thing is, that Soraka will do more damage than the Yasuo pick. Almost anything he could pick is better than your team being full AD. Now, if you've already picked your characters, and you notice that the enemy is going full AD, the solution is to get specific armor items. If you're a tank, don't get magic resist. Done deal. It's that simple. You won't need the magic resist. If you're a mid laner, naturally you're AP, get Sonyas and Tabi. Always get Tabi. Everyone on your team should have Ninja Tabi if you're against full AD. Now, if you're an AD character, you're most likely the ADC. You're playing as Jinx, whatever. Get GA and get Ninja Tabi. Ninja Tabi, Ninja Tabi, Ninja Tabi. It does so much against AD teams. Now thank you so much for watching, friends, and congratulations on unlocking Ultra Instinct. See ya.